Hi everyone.
Hi,
Thank you for coming in. I'm Maradona, your personal development coach,
and I'm Nick, your fitness coach.
and
And
together we
we
are
are
your
your
relationship
relationship
coaches.
coaches.
So today our topic is still along the thread of oh my gosh, I squashed my hair. Still along the thread of finances
Finances.
and relationships,
Yep.
and we're talking about whether or not we value unpaid work, and that would be work at home. Um, and usually that refers to unpaid work would refer to the woman doing the cooking or the man doing the cooking, um, the cleaning, different handiwork around the house,
So like
and
DIY,
yeah, the
fixing things.
DIY stuff that we do.
Yep.
So, off the bat, I'm gonna say, hell yeah, I value it. I think it's probably a higher quality sometimes, depending on who's doing it. If he's doing it, like when he does handiwork at home, it's amazing. The finish is amazing, and it's exactly what I want.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Cool. Yeah, I think all those things, I think all those things have value. I think in too many relationships, things like the cooking, the cleaning, those kind of things, they are perceived almost as valueless or taken for granted, and I think that is the worst thing of all, that they get taken for granted,
Yeah.
because producing a meal, it takes time. It has produce, everything else. If you want that meal in a restaurant, that's going to cost you money.
It definitely is.
So yeah,
Definitely
it
is.
really does have a value, and I think it's very wrong of any one of you, like either of you, to then take it that it doesn't really have a value. It's just cooking, it's just this, it's just that. That's not the case. It does have value. You need to make sure that you appreciate it and that you acknowledge the value of it. And often the quality, the quantity, the amount of things that you can have done by yourself, your partner, whoever, it is far larger than the dollar value that
Oh yeah, I
you would
think
possibly
so.
pay, because you're putting more effort into it, etc., etc. So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, it does. It has a huge value, and you need to make sure you communicate that. I think I personally, if you cook a meal, you prepare a meal, these kind of things, I do like to say thank you. I do like to say, it was good if it was good,
Yeah.
and if it wasn't good, we have a strong enough relationship that I tell you it wasn't quite as good as normal. But that doesn't happen, because they always get better and better and better.
Yeah, and I think you're right, especially about communicating the fact that I appreciate it. Communicating that is very important.
Yeah.
If you are on Inspireme Admire, my Instagram page, you would see that I would have had office renovations, which were all done by my lovely fiance. And it's so amazing when you can see what your partner can do too, and even if it's just fixing the plumbing or whatever, just looking at them in action. I know I personally like to see that, seeing him look after our home, care for me, and be appreciative of it. Because I had the time when I was living on my own, I had the time when I was single, I had the time when I had no one to do this for me. And now I usually am thinking, look at how not privileged, look at how
Fortunate.
fortunate I am right now. I am so grateful for the fact that I have a partner who is so able also. I'm not saying it's bad if your partner isn't able, but I can't help but be grateful for what I have. And that's what I think should be expressed. And in doing it too, I feel as though I'm expressing some unwritten and unspoken love and care for him. The fact that I want to make sure when he comes home for lunch, he would have worked half the day, and now he's coming home for that physical sustenance. And I want to show that I appreciate the fact that you're going out and you're working for our family. And to show this, I'm going to prepare this amazing meal. I want you to enjoy this hour with me and with the food, and to enjoy it and know that I'm interested in your health and your body. And you would see that coming out in what I cook also. And, you know, look at what your partner is cooking. And you tend to see that happening. The partner who's cooking would be looking up recipes. They would be looking up what is best. Let's try to have, if you're on my IG, you would see I have meatless Tuesdays and or Thursdays. And, you know, it's just trying to get the fullness out of life just for us.
Yeah. I think another side of do you value unpaid work, it comes in sometimes where you and I know this has happened with you sometimes, and it's also happened with me, where a friend will say, can we do this, and then you might end up doing some coaching. I might end up doing some fitness, or I might end up helping them do some building or some DIY. And I think you kind of have to be careful as to where you draw a line there,
right,
as to how much you provide.
Yeah.
Because with the best will in the world, sometimes you are providing a service. You are providing a service that has value, and sometimes you have to draw a line and say, no, I can't really do this anymore.
Yeah.
But you have to do it in a subtle way that you're not going to either sort of offend somebody or, so you have to be careful along those lines, don't you?
So that's moving outside of the home, outside of our relationship. And it is a good point in that, there are people out there who would inadvertently want or ask for help, not meaning to exploit you. But I think you also need to be confident enough in yourself to say, well, this is really a service that I offer. And as much as I appreciate you as a friend, there are certain lines which would be crossed. And it is up to you to choose whether or not this would be a professional service or not. Because if it isn't a professional service, I will not be giving you a professional service. I won't be giving you worksheets and all these different things. So it's having that confidence to have that frank conversation, but understanding the value of your work, even if you're helping them.
I think you have to value your time, because it takes, for argument's sake, it takes you away from me or me away from you or something. So it does have a value to it. I think you have to be careful. Like you say, you have to be honest and open about it. But that was good. So if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to it, hit the subscribe button.
You know what? Hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more videos, check them out there.
Okay.
All right.
So subscribe is up there. Like is there.
Yeah, he's been waiting to do this. Videos down there.
Videos is down there.
Yeah.
It's been great talking to you guys. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you for watching our channel. There's lots of other videos on the channel. Please have a look at them all. Right. We look forward to hearing from you. Any comments you want, put them down below. Right. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.